Welcome back to Ocarina of Time, folks. Yeah, you guys want some more? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, sorry, yeah, these guys reset every single time you reload the game. Oh well. Not really a big deal. But yeah, no, we are finally now making a start on the very first major dungeon of the future segment of Ocarina of Time. We're now inside the Forest Temple. And yeah, we've got quite a lot that we need to do because from here on out, the temples in the dungeons in the game are going to be quite a bit beefier than they were previously. So I'm not sure how long this is going to take, but usually I do find that like some of the later dungeons can take like upwards of an hour or so to complete, but we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Anyway, grab ourselves another skull there. How many have we got now? That is 29. Okay, cool. I need one more, and then we can grab ourselves another upgrade from the brothers. There we go. And in here we have got our very first small key. Yeah. So the way that the later dungeons are structured is that not only do we need like things like the dungeon map and like the compass and whatnot. You also need to find these keys as well to unlock doors. Otherwise, you're not progressing through the dungeon at all. Ow, bollocks! And here's our little crux for this particular dungeon. Yeah, the way forward has just been cut off by those ghosts. The pose. So we need to hunt down all 4 of them, give them what for, and then we can reopen the passageway down deeper into the dungeon. As for right now, I don't remember if there's anything I can do through this door here to begin with. Hello. Bubbles. Yeah, blue bubble. Hang on. Now, do I need to stun you first? Hang on. I might do. Oh, bollocks. There we go. There we go, got him. Yeah, I do need to stun them first.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Okay, now we got our big boys here. These are the Stealthos. The little girl in the Lost Woods mentioned these things before. But yeah, these guys are like proper like undead swordsmen. Thankfully, the Bigoron sword just makes absolute mincemeat out of them. Once they've exposed themselves, don't laugh.
Boner!
Yeah, you can give a quick stab with the Bigoron sword quite easily. There we go. I do need to be careful though, because like with this thing out, like, my defense is piss poor. Yeah, because normally what you do is, like, you would use, like, the Hylian shields to block their attacks and then counter. There we go, that's 2 keys. But with the Bigoron swords, that wasn't really enough. Oh, hello. Well, at the very least, there was a fairy in there. So, yeah, full health. Yeah, I learned absolutely nothing from that experience. There we go. Watch it, tell you what, I just heard that. I'm actually keeping my ears open this time around for gold skulltulas. Yeah, there you are. There's number 30. Come here, you beautiful little bastard. There we go, very nice. Alright, actually, I tell you what. If I think something just caught my. Is that one of the? Yes, there's a. Yeah, this is a Song of Time stone. Might as well just get rid of this thing now. There we go, absolutely wonderful. Ow, fuckhead. I think they're so cute, don't they? Can I reach you with the... Nah, I can't. Nah, unfortunately, no. Yeah. It's got a long reach, but it's not that long, regrettably. Okay. No, I can't go down there just yet. I can climb up here to see what's what. Yeah, I do have a bit of a confession to make. It's from this point onward in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time where my immediate memory of how to complete the later dungeons does start to waver a bit. Yeah, like I know I can always just go on like the internet and look up a guide on like a Zelda dungeon or something if I really need it. But yeah, no, this is typically like around about the point where I start to like forget what I'm supposed to be doing. Nah, I can't reach that. I could probably still climb past this if I'm quick enough. Yeah, because as long as it like faces the wrong direction. Yeah, there we go. I can just climb past it, no problem. Oh, hello. Go. There we go. Wonderful. Oh, is that our map as well? Yeah, either the map or the compass. Yep, dungeon map. Lovely. That's a good sign, means I'm going in the right direction. Ow, you dickhead. There we go. That was just you like, making those scritchy scratch noises. There isn't a gold one around here. No? No, okay. Now, hang on. A bit closer. There we go. Okay, excellent. That's drains the water through that well. Now we can head down there. Is there anything else that I might want? Oh, actually, yeah. Tell you what. Yeah, no. There's a gold skull tunnel down there and a little chest I need to open as well. Yeah, I think it might honestly just be because of the fact that I play with the Bigoron sword so often, but I do tend to play, damn it. I do tend to play Ocarina of Time quite aggressively, it does have to be said. Maybe more so than I really should be. Alpha, come on, okay, I can do this. I can definitely do this. Yeah, maybe if I try and, like... There we go. Like, yeah, like try and hit it from the chest from the front. Oh, god damn it. Well, that's handy, isn't it? Oh well, at the very least I can get this thing. There we go, that's 31 now, I believe. Anyway, let's finally head down to the bottom of the well. Actually, no, that's another location that we need to explore at another time, isn't it? This is a totally different... That's a totally different well. Alright, we're going here. A third key. Excellent. And I don't think there's actually anything else that I can really do around this area. I need to start actually using some of these keys that I've procured. Let's just head back to the main room. Now, knockers. There we go. Get a stick off of him. Alright, so which way should I head first? You know what? Yeah, got this one right here. Let's just head through it and see what's what. You know what I'm wondering at the moment? Like, yeah, like, to any arachnophobes who play, The Legend of Zelda games, like, yeah, how bad did you find the Skulltulas to be? Yeah, because I know that there are some people who, like, legitimately cannot handle, like, you know, giant legions of spiders in any way, shape, or form. I tell you what, when it comes to video games, I think one of the worst examples of like, yeah, oh, like this is like, yeah, this game is not a game that arachnophobes should be playing under any stretch of the imagination. It's a game called Metro Awakening. It's another VR title. Yeah, because if you're familiar at all with the Metro series, it's basically a series of post-apocalyptic video games set in Russia, where like everybody escapes to the safety of the underground metro tunnels in order to escape from nuclear devastation. There we go. But yeah, so there is a VR title called Awakening, which is available on pretty much like all VR platforms, as far as I can tell. I don't know if it's on Pico, but it might be. I don't know. But yeah, no, there are a number of occasions in that game where you have to deal with giant spiders, and like they're not just exclusive to the VR games. Like the giant spiders are like present in all of the other games as well. But dealing with them in like a 3D virtual space right in front of your face is, I'm not arachnophobic, and I found it pretty intense the first few times. Then I just found them then I'm not gonna lie, I just found them irritating because they crawl on your face, they can latch onto your hand and stop you from using items until you swat them off or shoot them off if you're feeling particularly especially fuck this. And of course you have the much bigger ones, which are just flat out enemies that you need to deal with. Yeah, those things are a little bit like face huggers. They'll just latch onto your mush and deal damage, and just gradually deal damage unless you do something about them. Which, to be fair, you're gonna do very quickly because it's a giant spider latched onto your face. There we go. If I had to hazard a guess, I suppose in terms of in Zelda terms, probably the worst example of a spider that you have to deal with is I think it's a Goma. Yeah, I think it's Goma, the returning bot. We fought them at the beginning of this game. There's a version of Goma that we encounter in Twilight Princess, which is an absolutely humongous son of a bitch. Yeah, I think I remember correctly. Actually, yeah, they did. I think outside Xbox, who, funnily enough, do more than talk about Xbox games, as it turns out. Who knew? There are other platforms out there. They did a couple of videos with one of their members who is a big arachnophobe, and she did not like the Goma from Twilight Princess at all. That was just that was way too squicky for her. Yeah, maybe don't have her play Metro Awakening, or else you'll be down a 500 quid headset. Alright. Heave. Ho. Heave. Heave. Come on, put your back into it. Actually, no, don't. That's how you develop back problems later in life. Alright, almost to the top now. Yeah. Alright, and one more. There we go. Gotcha. Ooh, hello. This corridor is all twisted. Indeed. I feel we're entering the Twilight Zone. Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. Yeah, indeed, we will be wanting to do that because... Where are you? There you are. Fucking War Masters. Absolute pieces of shit, those things are. They drop a hell of a lot of rupees when you kill them, but yeah, no, War Masters are an absolute pain in the bum. Yeah, if they manage to drop, if they drop down and they manage to grab onto you, they will send you all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon. That's it. Basically nothing else, but just fuck that. Oh, hello, more Stalfos. Anyway, can I actually block your attacks with Nah, not really. Wonder if you can actually block it with the Begorron sword when you've got your defenses up. I'm not sure. Yeah, come on. There we go, got him. Oh, fuck me. Yep. There we go, come on, one more. There we are, got him. Whoa, cracky Moses. Hopefully there's another fairy around here somewhere. Well, hot containers are better than nothing. Yeah, worst case scenario, I can always head back to that previous room and grab another fairy from the jar that I found. Alternatively, I just use one of the ones that I've already got stockpiled. Kablam! We now have a bow. Yeah, no more slingshot for us. We got a proper weapon this time. There we are. Alright, so, you know what, I'm actually going... Yeah, let's hold on to the, Yeah, I'm going to hold on to the hook shot, and we'll set our bow there instead. Okay, and, actually, which way did I come? I legitimately can't remember. There we go, another heart container. You know what, I'm just going to quickly head back to the previous room and smash the pots again. I might be able to get some more heart containers. Ow, maybe not. Oh, well, that's what I get for trying to be clever. Anyway, now that we've finally got the bow, we can actually start. There we go. Yeah, we can actually start doing something about these ghosts now, because, for whatever reason, they are weak to having arrows shot at them. Couldn't explain to you why, but that's just the case. There we are. If you aim at them while they're a little bit too close, however, then they will, this one in particular, at least, will, like, duck out to another, to another one of the paintings. Yeah. What's the lore behind you, actually? Joelle, one of the Poe sisters. Aim for her when she appears. There we go. Yeah, short to the point, every single time she turns visible, just hit her with an arrow. Actually, hang on, you're getting a little bit too close, too far away. Yeah, come on. There we go. How many hits does it take again? Probably about, I think about like 5 or 6. There we go. Oh, and also a bit of bad news as well with the bow. Unfortunately, yeah, once you've used an arrow, that's it. That arrow is used. You can't go back and pick up arrows that you've already fired. They basically just break instantaneously. There we go. Got ourselves another key. Because I know there are like some games that I've played where like arrows are recoverable, but yeah, not in Ocarina of Time. So one example that actually immediately comes to mind is if you ever played like the Far Cry games, like specifically the later ones, Far Cry 3 onwards. Those games let you recover arrows that you've already fired. There we go. Yeah, this one's not giving me nearly as much trouble catching. Alright, and you are Beth, one of the... Okay. Regular Beth or Space Beth?
That piece of shit.
Ow, either way, probably one of the clones. There we go. I do hope that season 8 of Rick and Morty is good. I watched season 7 fairly recently, and like it is definitely one of like the top tier seasons of that show. Yeah, who would have thought that once you get rid of like the drunken idiot, the drunken abusive idiot whose voices could be easily replicated by literally anybody. Yeah, you just get rid of him from the production, and suddenly your show becomes not only better, but a lot easier to make. There we go. Alright, what's in that one? Is that another key, or is it the, are we finally getting our compass? I'm kind of hoping for the compass, honestly. There we go. Finally got it. Lovely. So yeah, we've got the map, we've got the, we've got our compass, we've got the bow. Yeah, we're absolutely cooking on gas. The only thing that's left for us to do now, pretty much, is obviously we still need to find the last two ghosts, but we also need to keep our eyes open for the boss key as well. Yeah, because the boss of the dungeon is also sealed behind a door that we need to get a specific key to unlock. Up yours. Alright, yeah, there's nothing up here. Yeah, you know what this is? This is one of those, there's a couple of different corridors that are twisted. One is, one untwists when the other is straight. There we go. Although, actually, hang on. Shit, there's a locked door down that way. Okay, I need to find the key to open that. Boom. But yeah, when one of these corridors is straight, the other one is twisted, and the perspective of this room changes as a result. Yeah, there isn't a, yeah, no, there isn't a, yeah, there isn't a chest in this particular room. Okay, let's backtrack to, I've got an idea of what I might need to do next. Let's backtrack to the big room with the big pushable blocks, and we'll get back to it. Actually, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, yeah, that big chest there, that's where the boss key is, what the boss key is in. But with the room's perspective all jumbled like this, I can't access it. So I need to untwist this corridor first. It's actually quite clever bit of game design, actually, the way that yeah, like the game like messes with perspective like that. There we are. Oh, actually, yeah, no. I completely forgot. Now that I've actually got my bow and arrow, I can also activate these switches. Baba boom. Nice. There's another. Actually, there's another switch in this room, isn't there? That I can activate. It might have a small key in it. Yeah, because one thing I am thinking of is that you've got that ledge down there. I don't know if that's for like from. I think that might be like just a one-way passageway though. Yeah, I don't think I can reach it from here. Yeah, if I try to like roll off the edge and try and get a bunch of momentum. Oh, hang on, wrong weapon. There we go. If I try to roll off that ledge and try to get a bunch of momentum, I don't think that's going to be enough. Okay, no, it was just a bunch of arrows. Oh well. Still, at least my my ammo's all filled up, so that's neat. Anyway, let's head back the way we came then, because now that those rooms are no longer twisted in the same way, hopefully I should be able to continue onward. Alright, yeah, there we go. One shiny boss key. Absolutely fantastic. Once we find those last two spectrals, we'll be able to finally dust this place off. Give me your lunch money, you little geek. Alright, I don't think there's anything else that I can do in this room aside from, well, drop down here, actually. There we go. Oh, fuck, bubbles. Yeah, get lost. Buttercup was always my favourite of the Powerpuff Girls. You just kind of... You're just a liability. Yeah, Bubbles was always just a liability.
Yeah, liability. L-I-A-B-I.
Alright, oh, actually, do I want to risk? Should I risk? Yeah, screw it, I can make that jump, no problem. Just need to be a bit careful here. Careful not to run off the edge like a complete dingus. There we go. Boom. Need to remember that as well. I can use the hook shot to stun Deku Barbers as well. Oh, fuck me! I completely missed that. There's a gold skeleton there. I think I should be able to. I need to wander back over this thing. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Yeah, I can reach that. Yeah. Shit. There we go. I know that some people don't like how Ocarina of Time is quite slow compared to some of the earlier games in the Zelda series, particularly like A Link to the Past. But I honestly prefer it that way. I love how like methodical Ocarina of Time is. Oh shit. Yeah, completely forgot. Like some of these, yeah, some Wall Masters can also split off into smaller ones. Oh well, I don't have to worry about ruining Christmas for that thing's kids because I just sent his kids back to him. They won't be missing each other.
Yikes.
Pow! Another small key. Oh yes, yeah, no, this it does just loop back around again. All right, excellent. Well, let's quickly climb back up to the top of this room, and then we can reset the twisty turny corridors. Can you do? There we go. I can take. Yeah, you can take these things down with arrows as well. But actually, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think I prefer using the hook shot against those things because. There we go. Reset that. And they prefer using the hook shot against the bubbles because it actively stuns them, and it's a little bit easier to hit them with the hook shot as well. And the hook shot doesn't require ammo, so if you miss, oh well, doesn't really matter. Alright, finally back in here. Nope, shit. Yep, there, hang on, there's a wall master. You know what, I don't want the wall master to catch me while I'm on a ladder, so let's just get rid of it. Right here, right now. Do 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 do. Anyway. Alright. Now we finally got a... Oh shit. Yeah, so, yeah, like, the game doesn't have any problems, like, respawning enemies. Like, yeah, whenever I exit a room, but not like the little jars. Oh, well. Okay. Right, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I see what I need to do here. So, yeah, gotta be a little bit cautious here, line up our shots, because what we want to do, fire an arrow straight through that torch, it becomes a fire arrow, and then I'll be able to melt that big old patch of ice, and activate the switch. Boom! That's another twist. That's another twisted room. There we go. Later on in the game, we can also get like you can also get special arrows. Okay, you know what? Fuck it, I don't care. Later on in the game, you can also find like special arrows. Yeah, that with like different elemental powers, like fire arrows. Which well, they're handy to have in a pinch, but I'm not gonna lie, I never really got a huge amount of use out of them. I've always just stuck with the regular ones. They always worked just grand. Okay, I don't really think I need to go back up that way for anything. So, just down here. Actually, yeah, no, let's head down to the end of this area first. Link, watch out! The ceiling is falling down. Correction, the ceiling fell down. But yeah, no, indeed, you do want to be a little bit, you do want to be careful when you're navigating this area. Because indeed, the ceiling can fall down and crush you. Hang on, let's see if we can lure it back down again. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm just going to make a break for that switch there. There we are. And I believe if you do get crushed by the switch, it basically counts as a, well, like this game's equivalent of an insta-kill. Okay, it needs to be over here. I can take it in. Yeah, you'll lose like one whole heart container, and then you basically get reset to the beginning of this room. But that's about it. Didn't really need the arrows, but... Oh god, yeah, no, I remember this bit. Yeah, no, yeah, so for the last two, spookums that we need to take out. Yeah, shoot the portrait, and now we've got a block pushing puzzle to solve. Which is just great. And if you don't solve it fast enough, all of the blocks will rotate, and you basically have to start over. Yeah, thankfully, however, each time they rotate, I believe the countdown timer does increase. So, yeah, so you do get a little bit more time to, like, yeah, to fix your mistake. And I guess if you waited long enough, you could just position, yeah, get the blocks into a position, and then have them rotate into the correct positions, I suppose. But you know, it's not really too big of a deal if as long as you're paying attention and you're quick on the draw. There we go. All right, now let's fight the third sister, Amy. I don't know. I always kind of preferred Leela, to be honest. They didn't really do anything interesting with Amy all that much until like the later seasons of Futurama, where they remembered, oh yeah, she's supposed to be a student of the professor. Let's actually do something with that.
We're just the people this mind switcher was made for by us.
Come on. There we go. Yeah, it does have to be said, like, it's not the case with all enemies in the game, but there are a fair few enemies in the game in Ocarina of Time where you do have to just sort of stand around and wait for them to expose themselves. Again, don't laugh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind it with like some of the more active enemies in the game, like the Stalfos or the Wolfos, for instance. But with these Poes, it is a bit of a pain in the bum because it is literally just wait for them to reappear, shoot them with an arrow, they disappear, and then you have to wait again. But yeah, thankfully they're a bit few and far between. Nice. Absolutely decked. Alright, actually, yeah, we're almost done now, because now that we've taken out that one, here's the fourth sister, and she is not looking particularly happy. Yeah, well, you know what they say about revenge? It's a dish best served cold, and that revenge is sweet. So basically, revenge is ice cream. But yeah, no, this isn't really too difficult to deal with. The final sister, what was her name again? I didn't check. Yeah, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
Keep an eye open for which one of the projections spins immediately after appearing. There we go. Because, yeah, whichever one spins is the correct one that you want to shoot at. So, yeah, that's the one. So, yeah, that's Meg there. There we go. Not a problem. Oh, and nice. She dropped a nice big old bundle of arrows for me. You know what? Like, yeah, like the rest of the Griffins really should treat her a little bit nicer. Like, yeah, nicely. Yeah, because that's very generous. Meh. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There's a half container. And, yeah, now that all four of the ghosts have been taken care of, the flames have been restored, and we can now activate that elevator in the center. But before I do that, I'm actually going to head back into this room back here. I'm going to see if I can get another fairy and just get myself back up to full health. Nice.
Nice.
I tell you one thing I do remember. I do remember bubbles. They are also in Majora's Mask. I remember there being a pain in the arse in Majora's Mask, because I think they do actively curse you if they manage to hit you. And it's like, yeah, it's like kind of irritating stuff. Like, I think it's like, you can't equip your sword or your shield for like 30 seconds or something along those lines. Alright, there we go. So yeah, this room here, not really too much to, not much to shake a stick at. Just give these balls a good old push, and using his abs of iron and his and his like proper guns. Link can literally shove this. How much does this room weigh? I don't know. Yeah, Link can literally rotate the room and to gain access to some of these areas. There's also a chest here as well. Come on. Nice. Oh, and I hear that as well. There's a gold sculptor around here somewhere. There you are. Yeah, sorry about your dad, but what can I say? He was a twat. Alright, actually, I think that's pretty much everything that we need to do in this room now, so all that's left is yeah, just need to rotate the room around enough to gain access to the boss door. And then we can defeat the boss, and then that's the first temple over and done with. Shite. Okay, hang on. Oh, here we go. There we go, that's better. But yeah, as you can see, that's a big old lock on this door. Yeah, without the boss key, you ain't getting in. If you haven't found it, oh well, too bad, so sad. Go back and find it. Alright, so yeah, here we are in the forest. Yeah, very end of the forest temple. I wonder what our boss could be. Perhaps like some kind of plant monster, or like a giant tree, or maybe something along the lines of that. Yeah, something along those lines. I mean, yeah, it is the forest temple, so you'd think it's, yeah, primarily like grass related. Oh, it's Ganondorf. How fucking, yeah, short game. Nah, I'm totally kidding. Yeah. We fought a bunch of ghosts to get here, so now we fight Phantom Ganon. Alright, so yeah, Phantom Ganon isn't really too big of a deal to worry about. Keep your eyes open on the pictures, and then, once he starts to materialise, try and hit him with an arrow. Yeah, you gotta be quick about it, because otherwise he will unleash a powerful attack when he manages to escape. Son of a bitch, I'm absolutely botching this. Yeah, maybe if I'll try Z targeting instead. That's it. Okay, I'm just gonna have to like wait for him to come out, and then as soon as he starts appearing through the portal, just hit him with my best shot. Just pat Benatar this shit. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, actually, if he does manage to escape through the portal, then that's it. You can't really hit him. There we go. Yeah, no, this is going much better. Alright, that's the first phase. Now for the second phase, his horse has ditched him. So now we have to play a game of tennis. Oh, hello. Ah, God damn it, I missed. But yeah, he'll fire these these orbs of magic at you, and all you gotta do, just give it a thwack with your sword, and you'll ricochet it back into his face. You do have to be pretty quick. Yeah, you do have to be quite quick though. Fuck. Yeah, it would help if like the rope wasn't getting in the way of my view. Because I do need to get quite far away from him in order to give myself enough time to ricochet the shot. There we go. Fuck. Alright. Bollocks to this. Don't really need the, yeah, don't really need the bow for this one anymore. And I don't want to listen to that incessant beeping. Son of a bitch. I'm not doing a very good job of demonstrating it, but this is actually a little bit easier to do with the Goron sword as well, because it has a longer reach. Also, fun fact, let's see if I can actually, you know what, just because while we're here, I'm going to see if I can pull it off. You can also do this with the bottle as well. But the bottle has, yeah, like the bottle has a much slower reach, has like a much narrower reach, but it is possible. There we are, finally got the cunt. Damn it. At least I managed to get... Okay, that's 2 jump strikes, that's not bad. Particularly with the Goron sword. Get out of the way. Yeah, like I said, biggest weakness of Ocarina of Time is the camera. It's not great. Shit. I'm going to need to take a trip to the fairy fountain after this one. There we go, one more. Boom. Alright, eat it. Eat the shit. Yeah, I didn't even need a vacuum cleaner to do it. Hey kid, you did quite well. It looks like you may be gaining some slight skill. But you have defeated only my phantom. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. What a worthless creation that ghost was. I will banish it to the gap between dimensions. Oh, how nice of you. That really helps me out. Yeah, we've seen how Snake and Miller deal with their phantoms, and now we've seen how Ganondorf deals with his.
Fiddle!
But yes, that is now the forest temple is now complete. We grab ourselves another heart container. Very nice, nice and filled up. And now to finally head out of this place and feel sorry for myself that boss fight took so fucking long. Alright, here we are, back in the Chamber of the Sages. There you are, you old mucker. Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. I am Saria, the sage of the Forest Temple. I always believed that you would come because I know you. No. You don't have to explain it to me, because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. I will stay here as the Forest Sage and help you. Now please, take this medallion. So yeah, Saria is now awoken to her true power as the Sage of the Forest, and has bestowed her power onto us. You received the Forest Medallion. Saria awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. Lovely. But yeah, one step closer to dealing with Ganondorf himself. Saria will always be your friend. Weird that you're starting to refer to yourself in the third person like that, Saria. Next time you're going to tell me that Saria loves yogurt.
I love yogurt.
Hello. Ah, I got a concussion. But yeah, look at this little chap. Hi there, I'm the Deku's tree sprout. Because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot. But yeah, no, the Deku tree has been reborn. Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognized you with your grown-up body, did they? That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. Creepy. You must be wondering why only you have grown up. Well, as you might have already guessed, you are not a Kokiri. You are actually a Hylian. I am happy to finally reveal this secret to you. But yeah, well, a hell of a plot twist. Link discovering that he is not in fact a small elf, he's just a regular elf. Some time ago, before the king of Hyrule unified this country, there was a fierce war in our world. One day, to escape from the fires of the war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. This mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child to the Deku Tree, the guardian spirit of the forest. The Deku Tree could sense that this was a child of destiny, whose fate would affect the entire world, so he took him into the forest and shot him. After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now, finally, the day of destiny has come. Well, I don't know if I've ever actually mentioned this before, but yeah, the Kokiri don't really appear much in the series after this point. They eventually get flat out replaced by another species of woodland-dwelling creatures called the Koroks, as of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. And I think it's actually very strongly implied that the Kokiri eventually become the Koroks themselves, which is a bit grim. You are a Hylian, and were always bound to leave this forest. And now you have learned your own destiny, so you know what you must do. That's right, you must save the land of Hyrule. Now, Link, break the curses on all of the temples, and return peace to Hyrule. Will do, you little sprouty boy. Oh, but and also another fun fact as well is that the Deku Sprout eventually becomes the new Great Deku Tree that we see in Wind Waker as well, and I think maybe also in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom as well, because the Koroks play a big role in that game too. But yeah, no, that's it. That is that is the first of the medallions. We've now got two in total, one from Rauru and one from Saria. And all that's left to do now is to fight. We've still got 4 more to find. The next one being the Medallion of Fire. So we're going to be heading back up to towards Goron City and taking on the Fire Temple. But we'll be worrying about that another time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Ocarina of Time. TTFN.